Thank you for watching us on HXGN TV. My name is Jay Pongonis, and we're here to talk about using oblique imagery to supplement the remote sensing workflows. I'm joined by Jason Caldwell from the Sanborn Mapping Company. Jason, thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome.
So tell me a little bit about Sanborn. Sanborn has a very long history in the mapping industry. Can you tell us a little bit about your company?
Absolutely. We've been in business since 1866, so we're in our 150th year this year, so we're excited about that. And over the course of time, the company has evolved into a much more technology-based company since 1866. So we offer a wide range of remote sensing and imagery and LiDAR-related services, as well as oblique aerial imagery and software, really to encompass a full range of GIS solutions that encompass kind of a needs assessment all the way through a change detection and back. So we have a complete ecosystem of services.
That's great. It's a great complement for our technology.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So ERDAS IMAGINE is a remote sensing package we have, but it primarily focuses on nadir imagery. Can you talk a little bit about oblique imagery and how that can be used to supplement the traditional workflows?
Absolutely. So, we see remote sensing as a huge advantage to government entities as well as others, right? I mean, we see return on investments that are pretty substantial. That's what geospatial is all about, right? Is making sure that there's efficiencies being gained. When you start introducing oblique imagery to that ecosystem, you start seeing an additional return on investment that we look at about a 10x, right, from a traditional approach. So when entities are looking to boost their tax revenue, or they're looking to identify change, or they're looking to save lives, this data really helps do that. So there's a huge interest in this data set because it's fairly new, and we see a significant growth in that market.
Yeah,
so.
it's really great. It's a great complement. So you introduced Oblique Analyst as a plug-in for ERDAS IMAGINE. Tell us about that.
Absolutely. So we recognize that there's a huge user community for ERDAS IMAGINE, and we even use it internally for production work, right? And so recognizing that there needs to be some type of connection between the remote sensing workflows that are currently being deployed and oblique aerial imagery, and the value of having those two together, trying to create a more efficient process than having completely two separate softwares, we saw as a gap, right? Mm-hmm. And so in working with Hexagon, we identified that gap and essentially took our software, Sanborn Oblique Analyst, and added a functionality that now allows for a toolbar within ERDAS IMAGINE, and so they're both essentially connected geospatially.
That's great. So oblique imagery can be kind of challenging to line up with nadir imagery. How fast can someone get up and running with this?
Almost immediately. I mean, the software is available now, and it's a simple tool, right? So as long as you can put a point on a location in ERDAS IMAGINE, it automatically will open up Sanborn Oblique Analyst in the exact same location as that point is in ERDAS IMAGINE.
That's great.
So, yeah.
Tell us how that supplements a traditional change detection workflow to have that oblique view.
Sure. Well, we've seen a significant interest in it because with the oblique view, and especially a 5-way oblique view, so you can spin around a building, for example, the change detection process that Hexagon has built into the zonal change detection, as well as a service that we offer in change detection, can identify changes, but in some cases they're very difficult to see within a traditional vertical image, especially a 2D image, which is what the zonal change detection process is built upon. So the idea of being able to identify that change and have a workflow, which the zonal change detection in IMAGINE gives you, you can click on a parcel that suggests that there's a significant amount of change, and that'll automatically open up the Sanborn Oblique Analyst, and you can confirm that change or identify if there's even more change than what you originally thought there was, especially in the vertical, right? I mean, that's the big difference there. So.
Yeah, that's great. If the rooftop changes,
that's correct.
Goes up, you don't see that from a nadir
So in
view.
the oblique imagery, you can measure in a vertical plane versus in a zonal change detection process. Typically, it's just in the horizontal change,
that's
or 2D.
Great.
So.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this has been Jason Caldwell from Sanborn. For more information about Sanborn Mapping Company, go to sanborn.com. To learn more about Hexagon Geospatial, go to hexagongeospatial.com. To watch more of these videos, tune in to us on hxgntv.com. Thank you very much for joining us.